So, more bad news for Donald Trump, as it sounds like there is going to be a bipartisan investigation into this story I was talking about yesterday. Now, it is reported that Pete Hegseth came out and reportedly said to military officers when it came to bombing these boats in the Caribbean from Venezuela, these suspected drug boats that were never confirmed, to kill everybody. Now, that would be an unlawful order. And one of the things I talked about, and I may have gotten it slightly wrong, is I don't know that Pete Hegseth himself confirmed it, but there is reporting out that one of the boats that had been bombed while it was sinking and on fire, that a couple of the survivors were hanging from the side, and they bombed it again when they posed no threat to any of the military personnel in the area. Now, if this story is true, that would be considered potentially a war crime. You don't just do this. The proper procedure should have been for them to use GPS and satellite tracking, track the boats to the United States. Once they hit U.S. soil, or U.S. waters, I should say, have the Coast Guard seize them, search them, and if they found contraband or narcotics, arrest everybody and put them on trial. That would have been the correct procedure. But instead, this administration, led by Pete Hegseth, as far as the Department of Defense goes, has said, no, we're just going to bomb them, and supposedly said, get rid of everybody. Now, that being said, the Senate Armed Forces Committee, on a bipartisan nature, is going to be investigating these reports. This is the second bipartisan agreed-upon investigation that is being led in Congress, the other one being the one into the Epstein files. This is just yet another sign that the Republicans are cracking and they are splitting away from Donald Trump. They don't want to be associated with this, and if there is some criminality here or some war crime here, they may ultimately recommend charges and or removal of Pete Hegseth as Secretary of Defense. I still refuse to call him the Secretary of War. That is dumb. But anyway, they're looking into it. It's another sign to Donald Trump that the Republicans are moving away from him. Now, Hegseth may end up being the scapegoat here, and Donald Trump will probably fire him. But the fact that there's another bipartisan investigation going on is bad news for this administration and Donald Trump.